Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today's session on developing key skills to be industry ready by Mr. Mohit Kalani. Mr. Mohit is the sales director of Take My Shop Online and is based in Pune and is exploring the vibrant Indian market. But before starting the session, I would like to invite the HOD of Mechanical Department, VIIT, Dr. Dinesh Kamble, for a few opening remarks.
Good morning to all and all. I am Dr. Dinesh Kamble, head of Mechanical Engineering Department. It's my privilege to welcome Mr. Mohit Kalani. He's a 2013 year person student, and after completing graduation from our institute, he goes to higher study of MBA. Dear friends, it is our regular observation that we people are always doing good in conducting seminars, in contributing towards project, in contributing towards the problem-based learnings. But on the other hand, doing contribution is one area and putting it in a proper format. It may be a report, it may be a presentations, then we have to communicate to the other agencies. We observe there are some elements of some things we are lacking. I think through this webinar, Mr. Mohit is the correct person who is going to just aware us with the skill set, with the kind of ethics, with the kind of requirements to be taken ahead for doing the presentation or doing the drafting the reports. This will be a good initiative from alumni of VIIT as well as Mechanical Engineering Department. I welcome you. I welcome once again to Mr. Mohit, and I request him to initiate the session. Thanks, and thanks to all.
Good morning, all.
Good morning, Mohit.
Yeah, I hope I am audible and it's well.
Yes, everything is perfect. Great.
Okay. So, good morning to all attendees as well. Of course, I cannot hear back. This is the webinar, a new way of interacting. So, very good morning, all. And I hope everyone is awake because I cannot see anyone. This is the Sunday, lazy day, and we have this session. But I have tried myself. I have tried best that this session should be entertaining for you. So let's see how. I hope that you like it. In this webinar, I have tried to provide you few skills which are really needed by the industry. As per my experience, I'm sharing you. And of course, I'll tell you that these are not only the skills which you should have, but there are many others. So I'll start sharing my screen and we start the session. Okay. Ronak, is screen visible? Can you just
Yes,
confirm?
sir. Screen is visible.
Okay, right. Thank you. So, develop key skills to be industry ready. Few of the skills which I learned, I'll share with you. What do you mean by skills? That is the first question. What do you mean by skills? That is the first question. If you Google about it, Google would say that a skill is the ability to perform an action which determine results, often within given amount of time, energy, or both. So if you have any task, it has to be delivered with the same quality or required quality within the required time and energy. That's what we call it as a skill. So if you are able to perform something with the deliverables, it would be called as a skill. Just for a small example, we call Sachin Tendulkar or Mahendra Singh Dhoni or Kapil Dev a skilled cricketer because they can achieve their target in that 50-50 format or 20-20 format or uh, test match format. That's why we call them as skilled cricketer. The same way here Arjun, a mythological character, is called as a skilled Dhanurdhar or the best Dhanurdhar of his time. This is because he can achieve. He could achieve this his target where among other 100 people no one could achieve that. So that's why he's the skilled person. So this way I'll try to share few things which you should be skilled of and that would help you in your professional journey. Now, how to achieve any skill? If you have to achieve any skill, how the journey is? Journey would start from the need, that whether that skill is needed or not. Here I am to tell you about the need itself, that yes, particular skills are needed. I'll share my experiences and that would certainly assure you that yes, that is needed. Motivation, I hope you get it after my presentation, that whatever I share with you, you find that yes, it is now needed. Resources, that is what I'm talking about. That yes, you have ample of resources around you and you can utilize them. Actions, that depends on you. That you should you should take actions and achieve the skill what is needed. First skill is project report preparation. Every every role, whatever you are into in industry, whether you are into quality or production or whatever, project report is needed. Everyone must know how the reports are written. What is a project report? Again, Google answer would be a project report is a document which provides details on overall picture of the proposed business or proposed action. It contains data on the basis of which project has been appraised and found feasible. This is the Googled definition. And the importance for this project report, that is what I am now talking with you. I'll share one of my example experiences. In my earlier organization, earlier employer, TARE Policy Center, I had to write a 38-page report on how TARE has developed the community at Kas Pathar near Satara. Because of the initiative by TARE Policy Center, Kas Pathar is now one of the World Heritage Centers. So I had to write one report on it. I wrote a 38-page report, I completed it, I submitted it, and it was really shocking for me that because of writing just a 38-page Word document, I got paid extra, really. So project reports can make you rich. That's what it may result you. Basically, when I wrote that document and I submitted it to my manager, then she didn't have to go to any other editor to edit that report and make it worth submitting to the United Nations. So I could write that perfect report. That's why she awarded me with some extra rewards. One more example I would like to share. I had joined VM Tooling in 2017. It is an MNC owned by a German person. So within 15 days, I got a task that we have one vendor who has two plants in Pune and in Kolhapur. So I needed to analyze those vendors and see if they are capable enough to be our partner. So I went at both the plants locations. I made my notes, shared all photos with manager in the runtime because now the technology is there. So every time I was in communication, I gave all the details. And when I returned to my company, my expectations was, yes, now this is my first task. I give such a nice presentation that manager should be really happy. I was expecting that manager should say, yes, you killed that presentation. That was my expectations, that I'll be doing that. But I'll tell you one thing, managers are more dangerous than HODs. They can ask you anything, anytime. And that's what happened with me. Manager came to me and said, within 30 minutes, just submit me whatever you have. I mean, you don't need to give presentation or something. Give me whatever you have. Now I was nervous. I had just made all the points in Word, just got 15 minutes to format it better. I tried my best to make that Word document as much better as I can. Now I have submitted the things in only Word. So I thought that it would not be a good impression. But the experience was like this. My manager really raised hand and said it is really good. He mentioned me, these were his words, that I never expected you would take these details and write things in such a point-wise manner. It is beyond my expectations. Such was his reaction to me. And for me, his reaction was like this. Ah, really? Wow. It really made my day that because of my first experience, first deliverable at my company, it got beyond expectations. I was really happy. But for me, it was again just a Word document. But soon I got experience in that MNC, and I understood that whoever are around me, their intelligence in writing a report was my common sense. I was really one of the guy who could write good reports. My German boss, Europeans really like things written very well. So he was quite happy. He was quite impressed with me in overall my journey with him. And that really helped me to work closely with my German CEO and my Indian director, both. Because whatever question they had, if they wanted to get any information, they would ask me, and my response to them would be in a proper format. It may be just handwritten, but it would always be in a proper format. That yes, point wise, and or Excel needed somewhere, or any image needed somewhere, it was always in that format. So that was always liked by my managers. And I'll tell you, when you come in any professional journey, you will have to give many reports. Like there would be customer satisfaction reports, weekly reports. Buying, if you want to buy a new machine, then you have to make a report. When would be its break even? You have to go for annual reports, new business report, 5 years report, monthly report, and what not. You have to give so many reports at so many times. Every time, whatever new thing you want to do, you should give a report. So you must prepare for this skill, that how to write a project report. I'll tell my journey, how I learned it. Basically, I have interest towards writing. I myself had interest towards using Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and Word document. And my same interest, because of that, I had again joined Lighthouse for 3 years. So that also, these activities help you like gain that skill, that anyhow I have to write reports and submit it. So that helped me. But I doubt that everyone cannot participate in all these activities, or everyone does not participate in every activities. So how you can learn it? If you see around, writing a report now, daily you spend 2 hours in a laboratory, some or the other laboratory during your engineering colleges. You spend time, you don't utilize it, you just spend it just like it. And whatever report or practicals we call it, you copy paste it from your just top 2 or 3 students. Correct? You have a chance of writing reports of those 2 hours, but the report is copy of a copy of a copy. So stop this. Stop copying your reports. You visit some plants, you copy from your friend, that whatever you have seen there, you copy it. Don't do it. Do it on your own. You have also gone there. You have also analyzed your own things. Write those things. Someone might not have thought of those points. So you should give importance to this task, is what the skill resource what I want to talk about it. This is the resource for you to achieve the skill of project report writing. Every practical is different, so every report would be different, and every one of you is different. So how to present the same data would also be different. Your experience, it, you can write your own experience. Like there might be some data, one may write in horizontal manner, you may write it in vertical manner. That would make you think over how to present a data, and that can help you achieve that skill. But if you copy, yes, one skill you always gain, that if someone has written a paragraph, you convert it into a line. Okay, that is a good thing. But if you write it on your own, slowly you will also gain your own knowledge that how to compress the particular data and present it in a very well manner. I'll tell you, you may think that writing is very easy. What am I asking? Like, just a writing is what I'm asking, but it is not the thing. Just imagine you need to write a report of this webinar. You will have questions from like what should be the headline to what content I should write in that report. I'm telling you, writing is the hardest thing. It is not at all easy. We call like in a college takes many efforts to call industry people or arrange industrial visits so that people should get industrial or practical learning. But what we are missing is in house, we have so many opportunities to learn these things. So please don't miss it. घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर ऐसा मत करो. You have so many practicals to do. Please do it on your own and learn project report making thing. Do you think money can be made like this? Just copy pasting it and make 10 rupees into 30? No, it is not possible. I can guarantee that if you do things on your own, if you write your own projects on your own, your all reports, and you show that during your interviews, the interviewer will grab you because these skills they need to teach. I have seen that many of the sessions or special trainings are given on how to write project reports. If you go online, you will find thousands of seminars or thousands of courses showing how to write a report. But slowly, if you write it on your own, it would develop your skill. I would like to share one more example regarding the same about project report writing. It is of my sister. She wanted to take medicine after her 12th, but she could not. And she took home science from Urban University itself. Again, it was not considered a big degree in her surrounding when she took the admission. But as she started learning, she gave her 100% in learning. So whatever her practicals were there, she had very limited resources. So she might many times she had to borrow laptop from my dad's friend. She need to borrow internet because uh, I'm talking of 15 years before, and at that time these things were not that much accessible. But she did many things on her own, and right now that's what helps her to do her own business, to even like she is also a homemaker, and to arrange any event is there, then maybe some other lady would take 3 hours after that event to wrap up all those things, but she does it in half an hour. Such things she built during her home science thing, that yes, she has to write report. Like reports also has many things, that pre-project report, during project report, and after project report. So if you keep on doing it, you learn it. Learning comes from the practice, and this is the solution for your practice. How many practicals you have in overall engineering? I think every semester you have 60, 20 each for 3 subjects, I imagine. That was what was during my engineering. So just imagine if you keep on writing 60 practicals on your own, you would write 480 write-ups in overall engineering on your own. I would say that that is enough to learn any skill. You have done that much of the practice, so it should be sufficient. Okay, so that's what I wish to say you. So you write your own project reports is my thing. Another thing continues in the same line. I said about the project report writing, and for that I asked you to write things on your own. And here also, I wish to say that Atmanirbhar Bano. Modi ji is asking India to be Atmanirbhar, and I am his great follower. So I am also asking you to be Atmanirbhar. Atmanirbhar means what? Doing things on your own. Then it may be not only writing a project, but also participating in that practical as well. So if you are attending any practical, don't just ask your friend to take the readings, but you take it on your own. If you are living somewhere in a hostel or something, then just don't ask your juniors to do things, or don't ask your seniors that please tell me something or teach me something. No, you do it on your own. If you are not understanding it from your lecture, then read the book. If you are not understanding it from the reading book, then go to YouTube and learn it. Everything what you have to do, you do it on your own. This will help you, uh, like make you curious, because when you do things on your own, then you get questions, then you start for answers, and then you learn. So doing things on your own is really needed. Many of you might be preparing for MBA, or I mean CAT, or UPSC or MPSC. So while preparing for it, you have question and answer is just one page behind. So you have a chance that just turn out, turn the page, see the answer, and go into the reverse engineering. No, don't do that. Don't take helps in the initial stages itself. Try things on your own, work it. It may take 2 hours, 4 hours, or maybe 2 days, but it would take only once. It would not take. When you have spent 2 days on particular thing, doing it on your own, next time if you get any similar problem, you will have answers within half an hour. But if you have copied it, or if you have asked someone, if you have taken help of someone, sorry, you next time also you will have to go with the same person only. You would not raise, or you would not be skilled. Just a small example, small observation, not example. Even in Hollywood movies, uh, even petrol filling is done manually. Like that hero would get down and he would fill the petrol on his own. So everyone in America or Europe, they do all things like washing the utensils to everything on their own, and that helps. This is, I'll say, this is not a skill, but it is a habit of doing things on own. So whether it is technical, non-technical, related to profession or not, do things on your own. That is what helps. Related to the same, I'll tell you one example of my dad. If he gets any problem in mobile phone, he comes to me and says, just solve this, which I can solve maybe in 2 or 3 minutes. But I always ask him that he should do it. But he he like resists many times, because it may take 2 hours for him, and I may complete it in 2 minutes. But I also propose him. We have never taught from childhood. I think at least I have not been taught that I should do things completely on my own. When I get any answer or anything, any easy way, I go there and I do it, which really has not helped me in my career. But in my current employer, I take my shop online. My current employer pushes for doing things on my own, whether very small things to any big thing. We should find solutions on my own, and that helps. So second habit is do things on your own. First was writing a project report. Second is do things on my own. Now we move to 3 and 4. These are like two sides of a single coin. One is going into the details of everything, and another is doing everything with perfection. So these are just two sides of the single coin. Mechanical engineering is not about trials. I hope everyone here is from mechanical engineering. Iterations may happen while you are developing any product. Iterations may happen, but if a product is coming in the market, it has to be perfect. We cannot provide an update to a lathe machine after it is delivered to the customer. So going into the detail, analyzing it 360-degree is important, and you should start acting it with your every day-to-day task from today itself. That is also one of the habits. More than a skill, it is a habit that yes, whatever action one is taking, it has to be detailed and perfect. Can you see this? These are just the sketch pens. Do you know how it is made? I'll start my video to show this. Okay. Can everyone see me?
Yes.
Now this is the sketch pen. Just it cost 1 rupee, not more than that, or maybe maximum 2 rupees a single sketch pen. How exactly it is made? It has only three parts. One is this cover, then bottom cover, this whole cover, and another one is his ink. Perfection needed. Now this cover should be fitted like this, and if I give any jerk, it should not open. Such a small is the application of it, right? But to achieve this application, the diameter, this diameter and this diameter has to be perfect in 0.005 mm, because if you make just 0.01 mm wider, then it would not stick. It would just come down like this, and it is tapered. Again, this one is tapered. So this taper also has its own angle, that how should it make. So such a small product also needs 100% of the perfection to manufacture it. While manufacturing the mold for it, it is one of the toughest tasks. That if you want to manufacture 128 cavities of this cap, not any regular molder can mold for it. We say that China is ahead of us. Yes, China can. Many of the China is very much ahead than us on mold making front. And also, I'm taking this near. You can see that there are few holes or ventilation kind of thing given. You can say. Now, why this has been given? This is not just a design, but this product is also used by small kids, and they may swallow it, and if they swallow, then it may get choked up. So it should not choke up. That's why these holes are given. So while designing this product, so much of details are being taken care, and that's what you also have to take care. So whatever you do in your day-to-day task, think that how exactly, where it would impact, how it would impact, and what details are needed to come over those problems. This is again one of the example from mold making itself. Just a reflector of a car. But do you know there is only one company all over the world, DBM Reflex, who can actually manufacture mold for this. So whether it is Audi or Tata Motors or Volkswagen or Mercedes, everyone gets mold from the same mold maker, DBM Reflex. Why? What is so difficult in it? The difficulty is particular reflection should come from 30 feet is what norms says, that from 30 feet the reflection should come back, and to achieve that all these angles has to be maintained, and that maintenance from last so many years no one could achieve, because it needs perfection, it needs detailing. Every that part is individually made and then assembled. Of course, I cannot share the pictures of the mold here, but I have seen that mold. I mean, I have seen those cavities at VM. We bought it from DBM Reflex and we have worked on it. They have they have their own way of working with that mold making, and they share that report, or they share that learning with us, that how exactly that mold should be handled. So if you come in the industry, I'll tell you, perfection is needed, and the one who really provides whatever asked to him in detail, that guy really achieves the heights. One example, valve body. I cannot share much details of it. That's why I have only written the name. But this order I got from Bosch. Bosch. So we were into mold making business, and I was into sales, technical sales and marketing. So I got order that we need to manufacture a 4 cavity mold for a glass sized product, which is used in a braking system. It is just a half 250 ml glass what we have. So it is just of that size. But do you know that glass sized product had 368 dimensions on it? Just imagine one drawing with 368 dimensions. How much perfection needed to design that part? And from last more than 40 years, that product has not been changed. That design has not been changed. Whatever Maruti Suzuki had used in Alto is using that same product in their new variants, whatever is coming. There are just few variants in that valve body. For SUV it is different, for hatchback it is different, just 3 and 4 different variants, and every OEM uses the same. You can imagine the volume needed for that particular product. Still, no one could copy that product worldwide. Even Bosch did not have its mold design. I'm telling you, this is my personal experience, that when I went to Bosch, they said they want to duplicate these molds. I said, okay, that's really nice, very easy job for me. Just give me drawing and I'll do it. But they didn't have it because its mold maker from Taiwan never shared any drawing because it was his skill and he didn't want to share. But Bosch helped us with like providing the practical, like physical mold, and say do reverse engineering and manufacture it. Still, I got that order in 2018, and till March 2020, final trials were still going on. Only the 2 dimensions of surface flatness. Again, I'll share a video to showcase a small thing. It is a round product, and this wanted the surface flatness in mm, and we had achieved it in 0.05. This was the problem, and we were still working on it. Now we have delivered it and they have started the production, but it had really taken a lot of time to manufacture that product, though we had similar thing ready with us. Perfection needed for mechanical products is huge. You just cannot imagine. When you come in professional life, and if you stay negligent or lenient, it really would not help you. So you have to develop your habits from now itself to be perfect, to be a detailed person. Whatever you are doing, it should be detailed. One more example I'll tell you. I don't know if you guys know this thing, a CD. Of course, this is not a Sudarshan Chakra of Sri Krishna. This is a CD. Right now, I think these are obsolete. Very few people use it. But to manufacture this CD is also not an easy task. Do you know the transparency it has on the CD? To achieve this, the mold has to be more transparent or more smooth than what the CD is. So if you go and if you want to watch how the CD is manufactured, and you go inside that room and you breathe, let's say you go there, you go and you breathe and you exhale, whoever is there, the manager, he will really kick you out. I mean, he will kick you to move out, because whatever your breath has put on that mold, he will have to clean that again. If he does not clean it, those marks of your breath will be seen on this CD. Such are the manufacturing processes, like that, just a cover or just a CD. We take it and just throw it like it. But if you really go and understand how exactly those are made, then you will feel pride. Ah, okay, this is how it is made. And then you will understand that how much is the detailing required, how much aware should I be, how much alert should I be, and how much perfect should I be, and how much into the details should I go. So third and fourth skill is go into the details and be perfect in everything. That is needed by every mechanical engineer. Now I'll tell you something about practical experiences or practical things you should do, practical applications. One thing I would like to clear, practical applications doesn't necessarily mean an industrial project. Like you might have seen Three Idiots. Rancho never went to any industrial training, I think. I mean, that has not been shown in the movie. But in the movie, it has shown that he has done many projects, which he found just nearby. Okay, I can do this. I have taken up and I am done. So that way, I know many of you might have come from like rural areas, semi-urban areas, or even urban areas. But we live in such an imperfect world. World around us is very imperfect. Everywhere we need few solutions. So if you go at home, please do things. I mean, whatever problem statement is there, apply your thoughts and do those projects. Don't wait for some industry would come and they would give you some project. I know many of the industry projects are just taking readings and doing something like that. But if you do things on your own, that would be more beneficial for you. Now, what you can do, just few examples which come from my mind and which I have also applied at some point that I'll share with you. This happens every day, I guess, with you, between you and your friends, because you all stay out and उधारी लेना देना तो बहुत ज़्यादा चलता ही है. So why not prepare simple Excel sheet where you can manage all those things? You may use app as well. Now apps are also available, but you can create your own Excel sheet, which we had done at our flat. So things can be managed very well. So if you know Excel, then you will use it. You are mechanical engineers. So why to go at mechanic store? Why can't you service your own vehicle at your end? Basic servicing I'm talking about. Of course, I'm not asking you to open the engine and reassemble it. But basic things you can do on your own. You can help your friends, computer engineering friends might be. I'm just taking words randomly, but you can do it on your own. That would help you. I mean, that would be the real practical experience for you. And as it is your own vehicle, you would do it more cautiously. You would learn more while you are driving. Oh, no, this screw is, I think, not tight. That you can experience and you can get it. The same way, while you are doing this, you may understand how to increase the mileage by just idling the petrol system. So those things you can learn. Even you can, I mean, in VIIT, I know Vishwapreneur and EDC cell is very much at boom. I mean, it works very well. I know. So instead of going for many other uh, business ideas, why can't you think that yes, practically I'm a mechanical engineer, and during those events I can help, or I can have a stall of just refilling the oil in any bike. then you will realize that even refilling or filling the oil is also a big task, because when you are again pulling that nut and trying to fix it, then it has to be perfectly fine. If you move it more, then leakage may start. And if you are taking 350, 450 rupees from your customer, then he would come back to you. But if you do it, you may get your own practical example. This is again a small business idea. Of course, हाथ काले करने पड़ेंगे, but being into mechanical engineering, you have to do it, and no business is small. And this is just a random thought I'm giving, that if you are learning, you can do things like this. Then if you are really keen to work, maybe, I mean, I know we had around 30 lathe machines. We have around 30 lathe machines at VIIT. So go and take few like random and real world projects that yes, you can prepare those at your lathe machines. You can go, you can take, you can try for that, and then you will realize that yes, the perfection needed or the dimension needed would be in and that can you achieve it, how many iterations you have to do it, and you will get the practical example. Even I'll tell you one example, that I had hired around 5 interns from VIIT Mechanical to prepare posters for my company at VM. At VM, like you learn industrial engineering, you learn about safety things, so you can utilize your own creativity and create posters as well. That also you can do. So this is like practical applications is another skill what you should develop. You should think around and try to give solutions and not find the solutions from someone else, is what I wish to convey. Then some basic things. Now we are turning towards the end of the webinar. Few things are there now. Some basic skills which one must know, whether he's doing his own business or wish to go for MBA or wish to go for UPSC or wish to go for any job in quality, in production, whatever. One must know basic MS Office, how to use PowerPoint, how to use Excel, and how to use Word. It's not about only entering the data, but it's all about presenting the data. PowerPoint is used for different kind of presentation, Excel is used for different kind of presentation, and Word is used for different kind of presentation. You must learn, give your time, do all those things on, like Word you might be knowing, I'm assuming, but Excel and PowerPoint is the thing which is rarely used by students. Use it for each and every product, each and every task, and learn it. Learn the formulas in Excel and learn. This is very basic thing. I'm talking about very basic things now. Another is, now after your college time, you would really forget to write. Everything would happen on laptop or a desktop. So if it is happening, why not learn to type fast? Very easily. So free softwares are available where you can learn how to write fast in 8 days and 8 hours, maybe 1 hour daily. This would really save. I mean, saving half an hour a day in typing would save so many of years. I mean, so many of hours during your whole time. And that would help you to really write more. Because if it takes time to do any task, then you become lethargic. But if you know to type fast, then you may write many good reports. That's what I would say. And another habit is, everyone might have told you, like whomever you meet, people may tell you that read books, read books, read books. From childhood, I have listened that Vatsal per Vatsal. If you would read, then only you would be safe. I wish to repeat the same. Everyone is telling you, I wish to repeat once again, so that if you have not started, you may start now. Because if you ask Narendra Modi or Donald Trump or Bill Gates or see the history of Bhagat Singh or anyone in this world, any great personality, everyone would tell that yes, they read. They used to read and they read now as well. Reading is must, and reading is a very good habit to just keep you aware, to just keep your minds open. It helps. I mean, you will explore so many things while reading. Your mind will work in really different way. So please keep on reading and don't sleep like this while reading. So summary, project report preparation, do things on your own, go into the details of everything, mechanical needs perfection, practical applications, read books and basics. This is what is the summary. And one last point now I would like to say that how to achieve this or how to start achieving this. Mechanical engineers, you are there, and I know in your syllabus you have this concept Kaizen. Kaizen means change for good or good change. Doing, I mean, small changes doing daily would lead you to a bigger change in future. Apply that. You have learned it in your syllabus. So apply that to achieve any skill, gain any habit or anything. So you can achieve it. I'll tell you one example. Let's say you are at position 1 and you add just 0.1 to it. It would be 1.01. So if you add one habit, so you would be at 1.01. And if you minus that 0.01, then you would be at 0.99. So there is no difference in it, 1.01 to 0.99. Okay, no big deal. If you add it or subtract it, doesn't matter. But what if you do add that 1.01 for 365 days? It would give you results at 37.8. And what if you subtract it for 365 days? You would come at 0.03. So the basic, what I want to tell you is you can achieve any skill, any habit by just adding small things daily. Like I have asked you to write project reports. I have given you the number of 480. Maybe you are not able to write it. Then make a group of 5 and distribute the projects. So, and everyone should write at least 5 projects on his own and then copy others. But everyone must write something on their own. This would be the Kaizen approach. This would be the slight edge approach, that yes, slowly you have started doing things on your own. Slowly you have done, and then by the end of engineering, you can achieve all those skills. This approach can be utilized to gain any habit, gain any skill. Just do small things daily, small improvements daily in your habit. Go into the details. Like if you are going in any practical, now start taking, if you are not performing it, at least start taking readings with your friend, and then in next practical go and actually do it, or come back again and do it. So slowly, I mean, maybe if you may not have like a time, or you may say how exactly would I do, and you may have some fears of it. So to come out of it, do things slowly but perfectly. Do add 0.01% in your daily life every day. Then the change would be 37.8% in your personality. That's what. That's what. And this is what I wish to say. Here I say that I have completed my presentation. I would like to conclude. And before I conclude, you can, if you want to connect me after this webinar, you can connect me on LinkedIn. This is my profile and the link. I'm just spending 15 seconds here so that you can write it down or something. And before I close, I would like to thank I would like to thank VIIT alumni, Professor Naren Kate for his personal suggestions, and because this is my first experience of webinar, so it is really a nice experience for me, nice exposure for me. Thank you, everyone. Thanks all attendees for really listening to me. I could not understand whether you liked it or not because I could not see you, but I hope it was good and you would at least take something out of it and it would help you grow at some of the point. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this really interesting presentation. Uh, I have to definitely, appreciate the graphics and the style you've put in. It shows a lot of effort. Uh, Special thank you for that. Now we'll begin with our first question. The first question is from Rishika Desai. Sir, I too have an inclination towards writing. In fact, I do work as a freelance writer and I'm able to make some money through it. My question to you is, will this Coursera certifications help us to get more opportunities in writing and specifically documentation work?
Yes, you are a fresher. So at this moment, what people would know about you is what you have done. I mean, that people get to know from the certifications itself. Okay, should I start my video?
Yes, please, sir.
Okay. Okay. Am I visible?
Yes, sir.
Huh. So at this moment, if you have certifications, that helps you because the rounds what happen in like college time and you want to get placed in the campus placements. So at that time, these certifications matter. So it would be good if you get the certifications, but at the same time, like if you go to my LinkedIn profile, you will see the link to Medium, and there I can read. There you can read all my articles. So same way, you should give your own uh, Medium account or Blogspot account. That link you should give, and where they can see these details, so that you can do it.
The next question is from Arya Shigde. During
Hmm.
placements, what is more considered for hiring, technical aspects or extracurricular skills acquired?
Tech- you are into mechanical engineering, and what area you are applying, that matters the most. Like I like talking. I knew that I should go into the sales and marketing. So for me, more than technical, my social skills were considered. So you need to define in which area you want to go. If you are applying for a design post, then your technical things, how much sharp you are, that would be considered. If you are applying for purchase post, then are you able to convince anyone or are you able to negotiate anyone, that would be considered. So analyze yourself, see what you like, in which area you want to go, and then prepare yourself like that. Or you may do the reverse engineering here as well, that yes, for what position that particular company has come for, look at it and accordingly you have to prepare.
Great. Next question is from Chetan Chowdhury. So, should we develop content writing skills for better opportunities?
It's not about content writing. Content writing at this moment is mainly used in marketing field, but I talked about project report writing, that you must learn, that how to present any data. You may go into data analytics as well. I mean, right now you are at very raw stage. In which field you are going, you don't know. So content writing is a bit different thing. Of course, you can achieve or you can learn that, but I talked about project report writing. That is must in every case. So that is must whether you are in quality department or any other field, or whether purchase or marketing, whatever. So that project reporting you should do.
Next question is from Chetan Tote. So, I have done Excel course from edX, but for free. And so I don't have a certificate. Will that matter? How can I fill that space?
Yes. Now, if you don't have certificate, then while speaking with anyone, if you have written Excel, write down some of the projects you have done using Excel in your resume itself, so that employer will ask you or interviewer will ask you, okay, you have done this. Tell me how you have done this. And then at that point, you can show your all skills that yes, I had used VLOOKUP, I had used HLOOKUP or this formula, or I have done this way. So at that time you can show it. But in your resume or in whatever you are applying for, there you can write a brief about this project, that I have completed this project in this fashion. This
Next
is about
question.
how you present yourself.
The next question is from Yash Mahajan. Sir, our articles posted on medium.com on non-technical topics taken into account while evaluating us during our interviews.
No, it would not be evaluated. I mean, it would just be one additional skill what people can see. Okay, he can write. That's okay. But on Medium, like I in my earlier, I said that yes, yeah, you should write it. So basically, they will know about your skills, that whether you can write it or what you are doing, and they will know about you. And if it fits suits to their profile, then they may add. Like you are applying for sales and marketing, then yes, you have written, your thought process is okay, and you can talk with many people. That's what it uh, that's what it implies, that yes, someone is writing, then he can also talk. So that way it helps.
Great. Sir, there are no more questions. So since there are no more questions, let's move into the vote of thanks. I'd now like to invite Professor Naren to say some final words of thanks for your effort and the whole presentation.
Great, thank you. Well, it was definitely an unconventional and creative presentation. So on behalf of Mechanical Engineering and VIIT Alumni Association, we thank you, Mr. Mohit Kalani. I'm sure the session was very much awakening for the participants. Thanks to all participants for joining. We'll see you next time. I'll also invite Professor Dr. Atul Kulkarni, Dean Industry Relations, to say a few words. Thank you. Over to you, Atul, sir.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Professor Kate. It's indeed a very good session, Mohit. I know Mohit since long time. Rather, I was his project supervisor, and the presentation which he has shown really. Rather, I personally get a lot of input for him, because now next couple of months that we're going to teach the students online. So how to make the session interactive, how to make the this particular session effective. Mohit, thanks for giving this wonderful presentation. Rather, I learn a lot from this one. Looking for the engagement of the Mohit with the college. Mohit is completely supported, supports all the activity of the college. Rather, he always enjoys interacting with the students and supporting to the students. I know when he was associated with earlier company, he has offshore 2 projects to the company, to the college, and I think which generates a revenue of around 50,000. So recently he joined with some another startup. I wish all the best for Mohit. Mohit, be in touch with us so that we can do many more projects with you, and our students will also enjoy with interacting with you. So once again, your session is really great session. I personally attended entire part because I also wanted to learn a lot from our students, because students, I do believe that students have good capacity and capability. So creativity is always associated with the young generation. Thanks for giving this session, and we look forward more collaboration with you and your team in future as well. Thank you, Mohit.
Sure, sir. Thanks a lot for your overwhelming words. Really, whatever I have learned many things from you, and these are the results of the same. So, and yes, by default, we will. I will be in touch with you, and I would like to work with you for more opportunities. Thank you.
Yes. Great. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. With your permission, I shall now close the session.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks all. Thank you, everyone.